We're on our way to the Amboro National Park this morning. It sits in this slice of land where high altitude flats give way to the Amazon basin. It's very mountainous. About a 2.5 hour journey, but the last 10 kilometres or so is on this really bumpy dirt track. Here we are at El Refugio Los Volcanes, right on the edge of the national park. We're here for 3 nights and hoping to do lots of hiking in this stunning setting. We're wasting no time getting going with hiking this afternoon. It's all inclusive here, so you get 3 meals a day and 2 walks a day as well. You have to have guides to be allowed to walk around here. We've been paired up with this really nice family from Belgium and our guide Rocky. He's just showing us a species of mini orchid. Cool-looking fungus. Most of the walks are around 2.5 to 3 hours. Rocky's pointing out lots of interesting things along the way. Medicinal plants, lots of orchids. Also any animals we might come across. The national park's really biodiverse. They think there's around 3,000 plant species, around 140 types of mammals, including jaguars. We're just approaching the viewpoint, which is the end of this path. Yep, that is a pretty stunning view. These steep cliffs are pretty spectacular. We just have one more viewpoint on this walk, which is up here. It's going to sit this one out on account of the vertigo. Oh, this is pretty stunning too. And Rocky's just been showing us a video he took while standing with one other tourist on the tip here. They turned around to see a mother bear with her 2 baby cubs approaching. Of course, there's nowhere to go from the edge here. You can't go back. One of the cubs was curious and came up and sniffed the shoe of the tourist. Rocky's got it all on video. Then they just saunter off down the hill. Luckily, he said he was pretty terrified at the time. Food here is really good. Most of it's vegetarian and grown in the gardens here. Lots of choice, and it's all really tasty and fresh and healthy. Heading off in a different direction for this morning's hike. This really is a stunningly beautiful place. We're under 2,000 metres here, so a bit lower than we have been for quite a while now. We're watching the military macaws that are flying around here, and noisy buggers. Unfortunately, the birds are a bit too far away to get on film. Rocky's been keeping his eye out for signs of big cats on this trek. We haven't seen any signs of jaguars. I think they're quite rare. We've seen a few puma poos, including this one here. Of course, the big cats are all nocturnal, so it's really unlikely to see any. There's a really cool heliconia just over there, above the arch of the tree. And some pretty little orchids here. This really does feel like quite a magical, special place. Belgian family left at lunchtime today, so it's just me and Ben now. I'm just going to merge the best bits of a few walks that we did over a couple of days here, like our attempt to use plastic bags to stop our shoes getting too wet. Spoiler alert, it didn't really work. It's all about the birds on this morning's walk. Rocky's just spotted this trogon, which Ben managed to capture on his phone. This is a cool plant too, it's called elephant ear. We're coming up to another viewpoint up here. Ben's waiting for us a little way back, as the path's getting a little steep here. It's yet another stunning panoramic view. We're right on the south side of the park here. On the north side, you're really in the foothills of the Andes. There's actually 3 distinctly different ecosystems here. There's also the northern Chaco and the Amazon basin. It's a bit drier and less humid on this south side. As we're standing here, swifts are darting all around us. There's one. Just in these trees ahead of us, there's a parrot. I don't think its voice is picked up by the video, unfortunately. But I managed to get a fairly bad picture on my phone on the way out. Then also did a bit of bird photography whilst we were up at the top. This is a blue-crested jay with funny blue eyebrows. Time to head back across the river again. This time Ben's improvised with 2 sticks to hold up the bags. Yeah, it didn't really work any better this time either. That was a short summary of about 4 3-hour walks, I think. I really loved every minute of them. It's a nice fire in the lodge tonight. It is pretty chilly. And they've put on a good spread for us again. Lots of nice fresh veg from the garden. It's our last night here and we're doing a night walk. As you can see, Ben's doing the filming tonight. His phone works much better in the dark than my camera does. This is a huge caterpillar with pale green and white stripes.
Lay my hair down. Yeah.
And we spotted a fox darting away rapidly. Other than that, just lots of spiders, a couple of toads. I think we're nearly ready to call it a night. We're just waiting for our taxi to pick us up. He's going to drop us off at Samay Pata, which is a few hours down the road, and from there we're going to get an overnight bus to Sucre. We've arrived in Sucre, but unfortunately the overnight bus was really early. So we're here outside our accommodation at 4:15 a.m. I don't think we can wake them up this early, even though we've scheduled an early booking. Well, we checked in and luckily they had a room available for us right away, so we had a bit of a kip. Now we're going to head out for some brekkie. Found this nice little coffee shop in a courtyard garden. Perfect lazy way to start today. Going to have a bit of an explore now. I think the main plaza's just up here. This is a pretty grand plaza. It's called 25th of May, a date representing when Bolivians first rose up against the Spanish rule. We're actually celebrating 200 years of independence this year. The square is surrounded by these beautiful buildings. This one was built to be the seat of government, but actually it only hosted the president for a couple of years. And that's the cathedral next to the palace. I'm going to head up and take a little look at the central market now. This lady's selling warm potatoes, which you can buy as snacks, which we did, and they're pretty tasty. These ladies are selling fresh fruit juice, and we're going to try that as well. I'll have to just show you just how many potatoes there are here as well. Well, the market was pretty cool, but I think we've had enough touristy things for today. We're pretty shattered after last night's journey. So we're going to go back to the hostel and rest up for a bit. We're going to have a look at the viewpoint above the city today. Stop by this church because it's the oldest one in Sucre, built in 1544 to try and convert the local population to Catholicism. I had to hold the initial services outside because people didn't trust going into the church. That is La Recoleta Church, and there's a convent there too. And this plaza's just in front of the viewpoint, which I'll show you now. The city looks very far away, but it's not really. into this rooftop bar right next to the viewpoint. And actually you get a better view from here. Even though Sucre is one of the most important cities in Bolivia, it's got a population of under 400,000, so it's quite small really. This next stop for us today is Freedom House, or Casa de la Libertad. It's on the Central Plaza. It used to be a church, although now it's a museum. This is where the country signed its Declaration of Independence in 1825, and this is the very document. This is a really cool cafe. It's in the bell tower of a church, and there's a monastery next door. Very cool. It's our last day in Sucre today, and we've come down to this cemetery because we've heard it's supposed to be a really cool place to see. Apparently this cemetery is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, as is the city of Sucre. A lot of notable people from Sucre society were buried in these mausoleums in the early 1900s. While the commoners were buried in these multiple burial blocks. As Ben's nan would have said, we're being swanks this morning because we've opted to come out for breakfast, even though breakfast is included in our hostel. This is another church rooftop cafe with a view. Building over there is the theatre. We're heading towards Simon Bolivar Park. Sucre is also called the White City, and you can see why. This is the city courthouse, just staggered by the number of really huge, impressive buildings here. This is Bolivia's very own Eiffel Tower, designed by the man himself. Looks more like the children's playground version of it. This is a witches' market, similar to the one we saw in La Paz. Here you can buy a model version of whatever it is you desire, whether that's a car or a house or a business. The ladies here that they call witches will say some indigenous prayers whilst you burn the offering. Well, our time in Sucre is drawing to a close. We head off in the morning. So it's a really pretty city. Very interesting. Here we are in downtown Potosi. We got the bus from Sucre yesterday. It was about 4 hours or so. Potosi is best known for its silver mine just outside the town. Past the mine on the bus, and it doesn't look that big, but supplied most of the silver for the Spanish Empire. Actually, it supplied 80% of the world's silver between the 16th and 18th centuries. And that's the cathedral. We're just gonna go and have a quick look in. Wow, there's a lot of gold in this church. I guess it's not surprising given Bolivia's wealth back in the day. The chap who originally owned the mine was the wealthiest man in the world. I climbed up to the bell tower and I am really not feeling so good. We're at over 4,000 metres again here. It's just exhausting doing anything. Worth it for that nice view out over the town square. And the mountain with the silver mine in, which is half a kilometre lower now than it used to be. The miners are basically freelancers and just dig wherever they like. Hence the reduction in size of the mountain. Our Potosi has been interesting, if a bit chilly and high. We're heading off again in the morning. So we found this great little pub which has heating, which is a real rare thing in Bolivia. And so it is goodbye from Potosi. And what's up next, Ben?
Well, we're going to head down to Uyuni, and then we're going to do a jeep tour across the salt flats into Chile to the Atacama Desert.
Wow, so cool! Can't wait.